back at the farm, which is our rehearsal recording space. Now, we have this garage, which is full of, let's call it treasure. There is everything in here. There's my first ever electric guitar, I don't know if you can see that. It's a Jackson PS1, made in Japan. So it's obviously in a state. It needs to have machine heads put back on it. It needs to put the bridge back on it. It needs to put the neck back on and reconnect the electrics because it's... But I remember there was a problem with the pickups, like when you played it, it would just squeal at you. Car parts, there's an old H&H amp, which again doesn't work. There's my... It's covered in bird shit actually. So my granny is from Germany. That's what she used when she had to flee during the war. An old Yamaha thing, which I used to record on years ago. There's art, Peter Russell's art. There's old drum kits, which brings me to what I'm actually in here for, which is to get out this old drum kit. Now, you probably can't see very well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I've even got my Epiphone SG, which again got ripped apart. I need to put these things back together. So anyway, I'm gonna clean this up, right? That's the wrong way round. Oh, Christ on a bike. A Yamaha. And it's an absolute beast. It's a 24-inch kick, 18-inch floor tom, and I think it's 14 and 13-inch rack toms. Now this kick's from the 70s, look at that, covered in actual shite. Made in Taiwan Republic. It does say model and serial number, which it doesn't give you, but it does on the bass drum. So I think it's a 7000 series, which I think it's 80s. I think there might even be some that are like late 70s. But anyway, today I'm going to clean it, polish it, do what I can to try and bring it back to life. So let's see. So there it is, the Yamaha 7000 series kit. As you can see, it's in a pretty bad way. I mean, it's rusted and missing lugs and well, not lugs, but missing wee tunery bits. The wee keys covered in actual bird shite. It's an old beast. It really is. But it's 24-inch, 18, 14, 13. Now, it's been sitting there for ages, getting covered in shite by these wee guys. There's like swifts or swallows or something that are in here. You can probably, there you go, see their nest. So I'm gonna clean it up, go get all the tools that I think that I've got to hand or whatever to try and clean it. So I'm gonna try my best to document this because maybe people will find it interesting, I don't know. I'm gonna find the process of doing it interesting, hopefully. But anyway, stay tuned, we'll see if I can bring it back to its former glory. Okay, so I have unscrewed all of the lugs and I've taken off the tom mount. So that is it, just as a shell. This is only number one. I actually put the phone on like a little stand and then tried to do the whole thing in time lapse because sometimes when I watch people rebuilding things, I'm like, oh, it's quite cool because you can kind of just get lost in it and then you put some sort of music over. Anyway, after doing all that, I went over and I was like, oh, the phone's off. And it hasn't recorded anything, so tough shit. To me, that is. So anyway, that's the shell. Look at the wood in the inside of that. That is nice. That is nice. And like I say, it's heavy. So I'm going to try my best to polish it up. I mean, I've got limited stuff. I've got like a kitchen degreaser. I've got this fabulous disinfectant white vinegar, which is obviously going to be helpful. I think this is used for polishing metal, so I'm going to try that. And just general surface wipes and cloths and stuff. It's not like a full restoration, crazy, like, attention, you bastard, to detail kind of thing. I just want to clean it and just make sure everything works, really. I mean, get the bird shit off it, give it a clean, and just put it back together. Because as long as the shells are sort of intact, I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful piece of wood. I think that's going to sound insane. This is the 13-inch one. So I've got a long way to go. That's the smallest drum. So anyway, I'm going to get cracking trying to polish this. This is not getting done today. I'll try my best though. I don't know what time it is, maybe about 1 o'clock. That's polished up pretty well. I mean, there's a couple of scratches on it and that. The wood in the inside is unbelievable. So I've given these a sort of quick clean. And I'm just going to put them all back on. So that'll be Tom number 1 done. That's going to be a nightmare. So that's the 13 and the 14 done, like cleaned up. I just had some skins that happened to fit. They're not in the best nick, especially that one. But I just wanted to sort of test them out. I'm going to go buy proper skins for them. I'm about to tackle the 18, and now that is just minging. And it's also missing a couple of lug screws. I'm going to go have to look in my sort of wee spares box to see if I've got any. When I do play the kit, and also when Scott plays the kit, we tend to just have like a floor tom kick and one rack. I'm probably inclined to go with the 14, the 18 and the 24, and in which case if I don't have the correct amount of like lug screws for this, I'm just going to steal them off that. But fingers crossed I will have them. So let's see. This could take a while. I think it's almost like 4:30. I've been doing this for about 2.5 hours. No, wait, 3.5 hours. So the work has been exhaustive, but it's looking pretty good considering it looked pretty much like this bag of shit, and now it looks kind of like that. Now the problem I've got is I've got the bottom sort of ring to put on there, but I don't have enough lug screws, so I've been stealing them off. This is my old, it was a tom, it was that I turned into a snare drum, which I never used. It was a 14-inch tom from the Premier kit. Now I'm going to take off whatever's needed. I just need the last ones for the bottom, so I think is it 6 or is it 8? It's 8, right, so I need 8. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 4. And I've got this one. So I've got 5. So I also need to get skins. So I've just put the old skin back on it there. I had this, it's like a pinstripe ebony one. And that is an absolute bag of horse shit. So maybe tomorrow I might nip through to one of the drum shops either in Glasgow or Edinburgh. I'm going to have a wee quick look online and get... I think at the bare minimum I'm going to get an 18-inch, I'm going to get a 14, and I'm going to get a 24 for the kick. So I had a wee look, and there's like Drum Central in Edinburgh and a bunch of other places. I've not been to a drum shop in ages. Probably a dangerous place for me to go, to be fair. But if I'm feeling like it, I might take the bass drum apart and do the cleaner on that. So basically all I do need to do is put the skins on it. But God, you see, when you do all this work, you just desperately want to set it up and play it. But that'll be Sunday. It's definitely not going to be today. But I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed for how they looked. I want to say that's not bad. Like, I'm not going to say they look new, but it doesn't look like that. So So this is the last one to do, the bass drum. That's the 18-inch floor tom. I've had to sort of call a halt on doing work on it because I've got the bottom ring still to put on, but I don't have a skin to put it on with, and I also don't have all the lug screws. I've managed to steal some from this old rack tom, which I turned into a snare years ago, but I think I've counted that I've only really got 5 or 6, and I need 8. I will have other ones somewhere, but basically there's no point in me continuing right now because I can't really keep doing what I need to do. I'm tempted to take this one apart and polish it so it's all done. And then tomorrow I can go to Glasgow or Edinburgh and get the drum skins. A 24, an 18 and a 14. I might not bother with the 13, But if I do those, that means that I can get the skins, put them on, tune them up, take it to the music room and batter the fuck out of the kit. Which, as you can probably tell by the look on my face, it should sound amazing. Like 24 inch, it's just gonna, bottom triplets and everything, it's gonna be fucking great. But it looks pretty good, I'm quite chuffed. Like, that might not look brand spanking new, but certainly looks better than that bag of shit. And that bag of shit will look like that eventually, so here's hoping it actually sounds alright.